Unfortunately, with the utility work moving forward, the utility operators have discovered the overseas workers. And I come back to this one again. Mining's all about the money. The reason that I say that is that the utility bosses have discovered the overseas workers that they can use. There's a couple of advantages with using the overseas workers for the utility jobs. One is that they're a lot more compliant than the Australians that come in, so they just want to get in and get on with their job, do their 6 or 12 months, and then move on with their holiday. The other thing is that when an Australian tries to get a utility job, they're not there for the utility job. They really want one of the mining jobs that they think that they can step into and use the utility job as a stepping stone to get into the mining job. So from a utility company's point of view, if you've got a whole heap of people that are trying to get into the industry and just using you as a stepping stone, it's not very good, and you go through a lot of people. So when they use the working holiday visa people, they don't have that problem because none of the mining employers really directly want to employ working holiday visa people. So they're sort of shooting two birds with one stone with that one. And I've had a lot of confirmation lately. I've had a lot of calls from Australian utility workers that are very frustrated. I had a call from one guy that was in a staff meeting the other day down at Balcatta here in WA. He was in a meeting with 50 people, and he reckons that there are only 3 Australians in there on the crew. Everybody else was from overseas. And when he was asking about a bit of training and advancing up the ladder and all that sort of stuff, all his supervisor wanted to do was tell him how he was lucky to be getting free food and free accommodation when he was on site. And his sort of attitude was, well, the free food and free accommodation doesn't pay my mortgage in Perth. And so that's the way that a lot of these utility companies are going now. They're targeting the working holiday visa people because it's a lot easier for them to deal with, and they've got a never-ending supply of those people coming in from overseas. They literally have 1,000 people showing up every week wanting the same sort of job, so they've got no end of supply. So moving forward, if you're getting told the way into the industry is a utility job to step into a mining job, that's just not going to happen. You need to target the mining job straight away. That's the way that you're going to get into the industry.